Investigators say a fire that destroyed an Auburn home this morning also killed the man who lived there.
The fire marshal's office says 60-year-old Stephen Berry is believed to be the person who was found dead inside a home on Washington Street North. They say the roof had collapsed and the second floor was structurally compromised, which meant crews had to fight the fire from outside of the house.
The state fire marshal's office said the cause of the fire is undetermined due to the extent of the damage.